I fucked up. Not because I didn't know better. I absolutely did. But the IRS has a rule. If your vehicle doesn't weigh at least 6,000 pounds, you lose. How did I lose? I owe an extra $12,000 in taxes. This is my 2024 Kia Telluride. She doesn't weigh over 6,000 pounds. She weighs 5,917 pounds, short by 83 pounds. Time out. Technically, has to be 84 pounds. The IRS is technical like that. So if the vehicle was exactly 6,000 pounds, it doesn't qualify. So it needs to be 6,001 pounds or more, but I digress. Could have gotten a G-Wagon, an X5, even a Tesla Model X, but I didn't. And this one mistake cost me 5 figures. Let me explain how this tax law works so you don't make the same mistake. Let's get into it. Let's talk about bonus depreciation, section 168K of the tax code. If you buy a vehicle over 6,000 pounds and use it 100% of the time for business, you can deduct the entire purchase price in year 1. Cash or finance, it does not matter. This was a temporary rule, but as of mid-2025, it's coming back. I'm filming this video even before it's passed, because that's how confident I am. But anyways, this is why a lot of business owners in the past bought Escalades, G-Wagons, Ford F-250s because they all qualified. But my Telluride, she's just under 6,000 pounds, so I don't get that luxury. Instead, I have to depreciate it over 5 years. Ew. Before I get into the next section of this video, I'm building the YouTube channel from scratch. If you guys like this style of tax content, please like and subscribe to signal to me that this content is valuable to you guys. Let's get back into the video. There are 2 technical parts of this law that I need you to be aware of. First, one of the biggest reasons why bonus depreciation is so powerful is because it allows you to take a loss on your taxes. There's another rule called section 179, and while it works similarly, it comes with one big limitation. You cannot take a loss. Let me break that down. Say you made $20,000 of profit this year, and you bought a $100,000 vehicle. With bonus depreciation, you can write off the entire $100K, meaning you show an $80,000 loss on paper. But with section 179, you'd be only able to write off up to your profit, stopping at $20,000. That leaves you at 0 profits, and the unused $80,000 of losses gets carried over to the future years. And that's not good. And why does that suck? Because if you have income from other businesses or W-2 jobs, you can't use that loss this year. That means you can end up still paying taxes even though you dropped 6 figures on a business vehicle. So yeah, it's really important that you have enough profits to take full advantage of this strategy. Number 2, let's talk business use. Let's say my Telluride did weigh over 6,000 pounds. If I used it 100% of the time for business, hell yeah, I'd get a $60,000 deduction right off the top. But here's the kicker. Legally, you can go as low as 51% business use and still qualify for bonus depreciation. It will just be prorated instead. Let's say it was 51% business use. I take my $60,000 purchase price times 51% equals $30,600, and that will be the deduction. Still a win. Now, let's say you drive 50% or less. This is where people get burned. The IRS says, no, you do not get bonus depreciation. That's why tracking your mileage actually matters. And here's the kicker. Let's say in year 1, you use it 100% of the time for business, but in year 2, you drop it down to 50%. The IRS will make you recapture that deduction, which means, plainly, you will owe back taxes. So anyone that wants to use this strategy must have at least 51% business use for a while. But that being said, I have a cool little hack that you can do. If you buy the vehicle like in December of 2025, use it for 100% for a few weeks, then in 2026, thereafter, as long as you continue to use it for at least 51%, the IRS won't care. You still get that 100% bonus depreciation without having that recapture, and you will still get that 100% bonus depreciation in 2025. So what happens if you don't buy a 6,000 pound car? As a reminder, if this SUV weighed 84 more pounds, I could have written off $60,000 in year 1. Instead, my SUV will have regular depreciation, which caps at $20,400 in the first year. So that's how I lost almost $12,000 in taxes. And let me give you the calculation here. $60,000 times a 30% tax rate is $18,000 in tax savings. $20,400 times the 30% tax rate is at $6,000 in tax savings. And you can see from the math here, I lost a $40,000 tax deduction, which equates to almost $12,000 in tax savings. A 6,000-pound SUV would have lowered my business income, saved me in taxes, and kept more cash in my pocket. Now, why did I buy the Telluride? The Telluride was the best bang for my buck. I chose value over write-offs, and there was a possibility that I wouldn't maintain the 51% business use in the future, so I didn't want to take that risk.
So I got a question for you.
Yep.
You're short like 84, 83 pounds, something like that. Is there any way to increase the weight to get over that 6,000 pound limit?
No. So unfortunately, accessories like tow hitches, roof racks does not increase your weight. It goes by the manufactured assigned weight, which is a sticker on the door.
Okay.
So even though like my Telluride has roof racks, it doesn't allow me to go over that 6,000 pounds.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And remember, if you use this strategy, you can no longer deduct mileage, but you can write off fuel, insurance, maintenance, tires, prorated by business use. That's why you still need to track your mileage. So if you drive 80% of the time for business, then 80% of those expenses can be written off. Yes, I did fuck up, but not because I didn't know tax law. It's because I chose value over write-offs. And honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna maintain 51% business use the entire time I had this car. So many of you guys are in the same boat. You guys now have the blueprint to make this happen. Please subscribe for more tax gain and business insights. Until next time, y'all, peace.